Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. You don't see me smiling for the start of today's live. That doesn't mean that I'm not happy, of course. 3 points, a win. So of course I'm happy because that's the most important thing in football. At the end, what is important is that you win. That's the only thing that matters. But that second half was horrible. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, mamma mia. What a disaster second half. What a disaster second half. We have a lot of things to say because I hated that second half. Luckily, there was this man. Let me put you the picture of the man that we have to say thank you to. Saint Szczesny. There is only one man. There is only one man that we need to thank today. Szczesny with that save. Szczesny with that save. Szczesny with that save. Szczesny with that save. Okay. Let me say hello and then I will speak about the ball possession that you are telling me, because for the people, I know that during the weekend you don't watch that much my videos, but for the people that watch my video this morning, you would already know. Then, going towards 25% total ball possession is even worse than predicted. But anyway, let me say hello to all the people, and first of all, let me say thank you to Soraz, 14 months with us on the channel. He's saying 14 months, Beppe, a bit less than our usual possession this game, 25%, what a disaster. Grande Beppe, bizu bizu. While Aman is with us, 29 months as a member. Cortomuso win for Aman. Thank you both of you for renewing, but also thank you to Thomas. Winning is winning. Welcome back, points. You can come every week. Ciao Shatterstar. Dusan looked upset at the end of the game. I hope he's not feeling pain or something. Ciao Stefano Castelli. Also, Dusan is the image of today. Dusan is a kind of image of today. My cat is super angry. He didn't like that second half neither. So Dusan is the image of today. Speaking about Dusan. Why? Because Dusan Vlahovic is perfect in the first half. But seriously, perfect. He didn't score, or at least the goals that he scored were not allowed correctly. But he was really great. I put him in my top 5 in the first half, and then arrives the second half. A second half that is a total disaster. A total disaster. Where he's missing every single choice, where he's missing every single pass, not that and he's not touching balls. While in the first half, it was, if I'm not wrong, top 5 of the players that were the most involved. What a disaster second half. And it's crazy because we come from a game against Lazio where we play 20 minutes in the first half. Not wow, but we play a bit. And then we totally disappear for 25, if not 30 minutes in that first half against Lazio in Coppa Italia. Before we wake up when we come back on the field in that second half. It was 0-0. We come back and we want to win. While today, we play, according to me, a good first half. We scored 4 goals. 3 were cancelled correctly. The 3 of them were offside. But we play a good first half. A good first half. A good first half for what Juventus is offering. I told you this morning, because we will come back in detail a bit later, but I told you, don't expect suddenly ball possession Juve. Don't expect ball possession Juve against the Fiorentina that is top 1, if I'm not wrong, in Serie A since all season long. That's the game that they are playing. Ball possession, pass accuracy in small spaces, always super high on the field. So we knew already. But I was asking Juve, if you give the ball to Fiorentina, what will happen? I know it. Make sure that you are not giving the ball and inviting them with 11 men in our half. And I have to say that in that first half, look, I have the picture, and then we will go towards the comments, and we will go towards a better debrief. It's just randomly saying what I have in mind, because look, the first half, they're even doing what I'm asking. Not that I'm the coach, of course not. But look at the first half. This is the first half. Yes, ball possession was for Fiorentina. Again, I don't like it, but we knew it would have been like that. But look how Juventus is lined up at the end of the first half, which means that Fiorentina was not with 11 men in our half. Only 1, 2, 3, and 3 players in our half. You can even discuss if Beltran was the other starter. I don't remember the name. Who cares? If Barak was there or not. But anyway, it's not a lot, you see. While Juventus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more players are touching the ball in their opposition half. So that's what I was expecting today. Juventus that was playing, if they gave the ball to Fiorentina, still making sure that they would not be there. They come back in second half. You are leading 1-0, and that's probably the problem. This is probably the problem, because you are leading 1-0 and it's over. You invite them in your half. You say, come in my half, take the ball as long as you want. I saw some stats from people that are telling me 16% second half only. It's a total disaster. We didn't touch the ball. We were organized, we were structured, whatever you want to. Yeah, great, fantastic. But the shot is coming. The shot is coming at a certain moment. You can't 45 minutes with a team like Fiorentina concede 0 shot on target. You can't. And luckily, this guy was there. First. And then luckily Nzola was there, because Nico Gonzalez is going with the shot and Zola is saving it. No, guys. Bad second half. Now, I know that usually what we are keeping in mind is usually the last 15, the last 30 minutes of the game. And would not be okay to only judge these 30 minutes, because we played 90 minutes, if I'm not wrong. Football is played in 90 minutes, even a bit more today. We played a few minutes more in first half, 3 minutes more in second half. So according to me, we need to analyze the 90 minutes, because we did some beautiful things in first half. But what I can't understand is how is it possible that Juventus, they are playing only one half. Looks like they don't understand that the game needs to be played 90 minutes. I said you will make a huge, big mistake if you believe that you go into the locker room with 4-0. Because the goals were cancelled and it is only 1-0. And that's probably what happened. You enter the second half thinking that it's easy, that you already won the game, that it's already 4-0. And no. I want to speak also about Ealing Jr. That according to me, was a decisive also sub in a negative way. I will tell you why in a second. So remain with me on the channel. I will explain you why in a second. Maximum of like if you didn't yet, let me continue to say hello to the people. Ciao, I already said to Thomas, to Shatterstar. I said hello no, I didn't yet, to LJJ. Ciao, Stefano Castelli. Ciao, Styler Z. Ciao, Stefano Marie. Ciao, I will take the win, but we need to do much better. Disappointed second half, I totally agree. Now, before we go into detail, before we go and analyze even more the game, I tell you, the 8 remaining games, now 7 with the game of today that has been played. I told you, I'm not expecting suddenly a change of Juventus that becomes a prime Barcelona tiki-taka 14-15. I am not expecting now suddenly that Juventus become Johan Cruyff's Ajax or Barcelona. I'm not expecting a Manchester City of Guardiola. No, this will not happen. We tried something new with 4-man defense with De Sciglio. It was a total flop and we lost that game against Lazio. So there will be no changes in the way of playing. This is what we are. We are a 3-5-2, lack of qualities, lack in keeping the ball, lack in being accurate, lack in being able to play 90 minutes. That's what we have. Now, I said the dirty wins, they are welcome. I prefer that dirty win as today because at the end we win. Looks like I'm totally pissed off like we lost 3-0. That second half makes me feel like we lost 3-0, even if we won 1-0. And I'm happy I'm taking it because it's a bit contradictory because this morning I said, and yesterday and the day before, Give me these 30 dirty wins. I prefer these dirty wins that playing like we played against Napoli and Atalanta, and at the end we don't have the 3 points. We had 1 point out of 6 points. 9 games with 1 scrappy win at the 95th. So give me these dirty wins until the end of the season. But this can't continue like that, because guys, at home, a second half where you have 16%, it's not okay. Ciao Steve Cano, ciao grande, ciao Juventini, happy with the win, but now how we play in the second half, well, at least I'm adding second half, even if Steve is saying he didn't like how we played. We were inviting Fiorentina. Grazie Tech for that miracle save. Then we have a few comments here from Bogdan, 26 months on the channel. Grande Bogdan. A win is a win, Forza Juve fino alla fine. A win is a win, and that's totally correct. So we should today be happy because Bologna drew, because Atalanta lost. There is only Roma that is catching up with their dirt. If we want to speak about dirty wins, yesterday was also a dirty win of Roma against the team of Tudor. Was also dirty, was not a beautiful game. Roma Lazio was not a beautiful game, was not an entertaining game. But they are there. They are there. What is the ranking now? Can someone tell me the ranking? I need to check the ranking, otherwise I will not feel well. I need to understand the ranking of today. I need to check the ranking of today. Serie A. Standings. Juventus 62. We have +4 over Bologna. +7 over Roma with 7 games to play. Atalanta lost today, so if they win their recoup game against Fiorentina, they go at 53, which means that we have 9 points over, virtually 9 points over Atalanta, okay? So if we are looking at here, the important thing is that today we have 7 points over Roma, which was the most important thing, and also that Atalanta losing, they can't go over Roma at the moment, so 7 games to play. 7 games to play where we play Torino, that lost disaster game at the 94th minute against Empoli. So wait for a reaction of Torino, that will be extremely aggressive. Then we have Cagliari, that won today against Atalanta 2-1, so they want that to avoid that relegation. Where is Cagliari? Cagliari 30 points. They are still fighting there. They are still fighting there. And then we have some tough games. Milan is coming, Bologna, Roma, so some big games. So we need to win against Cagliari. No, Torino and Cagliari. These are 2 games that we need to win. If we are able to win the 2 next games, we can nearly consider us in Champions League, but we need to win it. And if we play like the first half of Lazio in Coppa Italia, will not be good. If we play like the first half against Lazio in Serie A, will be a total disaster. If we play like the second half today, will not work. Then we have Lazio, 26 months as well. Thank you, my friend. Solid Dusan, terrible second half. Look, Dusan Vlahovic. I really, he didn't score a valid goal in the first half, but I really liked the movements. I liked the intensity. I liked the way that he was playing. I really liked Dusan in the first half. Then the second half is arriving, and Dusan look. I show you. Dusan Vlahovic, first half, touched the ball. How much? 23 times in first half. Keep 23 in mind. In second half, in total of the game is touching 39, which means that is touching 39 minus 23, 16 times the ball. 16 times the ball. But Dusan, that was quite high in accuracy. Look at that. He was at 70. He went down. He decreased at 68. But there is not a big difference from first and second half. But in that second half, bad choices. Try to dribble when he needed to pass. Gives that ball to Yildiz, but again, and we all remember that pass that he's giving to Chiesa a few games ago, really bad. It's a pity, It's really a pity. It's extremely a pity. It looks like these goals that were disallowed to him, because correct offside, took him out of the game. The fact that we didn't play anymore in second half took him out of the game. He was nervous and he went out of the game. But that's the difference that he needs to make. That's where he needs to make a difference, saying, oh, ragazzi, we know it, it's shit, it's not fun, it's But I'm here, and I will solve it for you. What he was not able to do in second half. It's a pity. Chiesa, totally anonymous. We will come back on him. But please remind me that I need to speak about that sub of Ealing Jr. Mario Sanchez, 6 months. I must say that there is someone that I would buy from Fiorentina. It is Kayode. He was their main man. Kayode played really well there in defense on that right side. He played really well. Until he went out, he played really, really, really well. I agree. Kayode was good. Then going and signing him is maybe a big one. But Kayode was good. I agree. Andrei Olinici. Well, I will come back on the midfield Shatterstar. Andrei, thank you for the donation, my friend. Second half stat, yeah, I know. 16% possession, 69 total passes, absolutely unacceptable. I understand defending, but this is hilarious. Look, this is what I already explained. I can repeat if you want to, Andrei, but that's what I said. In a few words, that Fiorentina would have the ball possession, I knew it. But I was thinking maybe a 60-40, maybe a 65-35. If you go towards a total 75-25, it's a total disaster. In second half, if you come back with only 1-0 and you decide that it's over the game, you're winning, but it's not okay. Because look at the save of Szczesny. Look at that wall of Nzola on the shot of Gonzalez. Look at the other time that he dribbled past of Danilo and he went nearly on target. Then he totally missed the shot. But we gave them too much opportunities because it's unacceptable. I agree, At home, 60% possession is unacceptable. Then it can happen. It can happen. It can always happen in football. But if you win 4-0 that first half, if the goals were correct, and if you decide to go back and to defend at 4-0, don't go crazy, don't risk injuries. Who cares? You won, but at 1-0, this is not okay. I agree with you. Sylvain Lefebvre, thank you for the donation. Victoire, okay, mais je suis inquiet pour le reste de la saison. Sylvain says, a victory, okay, but I'm worried for the remaining part of the season. Well, Sylvain, look. I will be really controversial. I don't know if it's the right word to say controversial. Today I'm a bit less worried for the remaining part of the season. Not because of our way of playing. Our way of playing is not surprising. Our way of playing is not surprising. Tell me now, with yes or no, Forza Eric, Softic, Serraz, Steve Cano, Shatterstar, Juve Dad, tell me in the chat, yes or no, are you surprised of the way of playing? Are you surprised of our second half? Are you surprised of what? I'm not surprised. But Paul, no, tell me just yes or no. No, people say no. No. Because we are not surprised of this. But I am less worried than last week. Because we won in Coppa Italia and I wanted an answer in Serie A, which today I received. A miracle, that Szczesny is there. But at the end, we have 3 points. At the end, we have 3 points. At the end, we have 3 points, which is putting us closer. And today, honestly, we have 6 points on Atalanta. We have 4 points, no, 5. 5 points on Bologna. Even if Bologna, I don't really mind, but that's the important thing. With the loss of Atalanta, we took them 6 points today. So I'm a bit less worried, especially because Atalanta, they have an easier calendar, which means nothing, because today they lost against Cagliari. But because the games are shorter and shorter, there are less games because we still have 7. So luckily we win, Luckily we win. Luckily we win. Luckily we win. Now we have 2 games out of home, if I'm not wrong. Torino, the derby, and then Cagliari away from home before going back home. The last game against Fiorentina was exactly the same. We score at the 10th minute with Miretti and then it's over. No, I agree. Then, if we want to speak about midfielders, guys, there was one thing that was extremely surprising for me. No, it's not No, it's not true. It's not surprising. If I want to say surprise, it's not the right word. End of the first half, Juventus goes with Locatelli. He touched the ball 17 times. end of the first half. 17 times. Adrien Rabiot, 16 times. Weston McKennie, 18 times. Cambiaso, 27. Gatti, 26. Danilo Bremer, 23. Dusan Vlahovic, 23. We are not playing with our midfield. And if you want to see why I'm telling you that, but you already know. But today, I believe, really, the plan was don't play with the midfield. Look at the heat map that it will show you in that first half. You will understand immediately. This is all Juventus in the entire game. I want to go towards the first half. First half. No, I need to take them away. Okay. This is Juventus' first half, okay? What happens in that first half? We take the ball here. We take the ball here. And we play on the right side. With Cambiaso. We take the ball and we go here. With Gatti and Cambiaso. Gatti, Cambiaso. So we take the ball with Danilo Bremer here. You see it here. Danilo Bremer takes the ball. We don't go to Locatelli that today we were not looking at as a regista. We were not going towards Rabiot. We were going here immediately on the right side. I think it was really a choice. It was really a choice today to avoid playing with the midfield. We didn't play with the midfield. I remember the provocation of Sarri when he said, I want Pjanic to touch 150 balls per game. Probably it was a bit over-exaggerated. But I'm not asking 150. I'm asking for a regista 100. Between 90 and 100 balls for a normal game. Exceptional, we go towards 115, 120 with a pass accuracy that is high. Here, 17 touches in the first half. But, like Sir Razin saying in the comment section, this, strangely, it worked. So, because we scored 4 at the end in the first half, 3 were offside, it's true, but we went there, up, and we scored. Look, we recuperate the ball. We go here on the right side, because you see it here. Graphics, I show you the attacking thirds of Juventus. First half, we go with 50% on the right side, okay? So, Juventus, it worked, huh? The plan worked, but there was only one plan that Fiorentina was not able to contain. Unfortunately, there are 2 halves. And in the second half, well, Vincenzo Italiano, he said, oh, guys, look at what they are doing. So what we have to do is block their right side, because that's the only way that they are playing. And they did well. And look at, that's our second. But this is our second half, guys. Look, there is no game plan anymore. It is over, huh? This is depressing, huh? Look at this. First half, second half. Wait, I need to add Ealing Jr. Keane, and I need to take away Chiesa and Kostic. Okay, it doesn't change a lot anyway. Huh? Look, this is our second half. Huh? This is our second half. Wait, let me put again Chiesa and Kostic. First half, second half. Guys, did you see this? Did you see this? Now, Rabiot was invisible. But look. First half, we don't go to Rabiot. I have a big image of Rabiot at a certain moment in second half already. Yeah? In the second half, where I don't know who has the ball, but you clearly see, you have an image of Rabiot asking for the ball. He's doing like that, and nobody is looking for him. They are not giving him the ball. So I believe that this was clearly a plan that at the end worked in the first half, but absolutely not a beautiful one, because our midfielders are touching 18 times the ball Weston McKennie, 17 times Locatelli, 16 times Rabiot. Then in total game, can we see the total game of our players? You see that Rabiot, 27, how is it possible? 21 touches from Locatelli. Is this possible? Yeah, I need to refresh. No, because if Locatelli touched in total 21 times the ball. That means that he touched the ball in second half only 4 times. I will go crazy. Mamma mia. Guys, I don't believe what I'm reading. There is a mistake. There is a mistake. It can't be possible. There is a mistake with the stats. How is it possible? How is it possible? Guys, there is a there. Okay. Oh, we need another. This is the most professional site that exists. Huh? All the everyone is taking this site, and this is Opta site. I need to check. I don't know. How is it possible? 4 times. Statistic. Now I need to check with other site. I don't know. Locatelli. Mamma mia, it's true. Shatterstar is saying, Beb, I remember a long time ago you were joking Locatelli as a center back. It's not funny, but you were right. It was not funny. I even told him in his face. I said, are you thinking to become a defender? It's not a joke, huh? So 4 times. 4 times. Weston McKennie, 29. Wait, he had 18, 20, 11 times. Rabiot, 16, and now 27, 11 times. So 11 times Rabiot in second half, 11 times Weston McKennie, 4 times Manuel Locatelli. The regista of Juventus that in total game did 13 passes. Oh, guys, you want another stat? You want another stat? Are you ready for another stat? Are you ready for another stat before I read the comment of Mohamed Youssef? Are you ready for another stat? No, but that's... Oh, guys. You are not ready for the stat that I will read you. And you know how much I love Locatelli. It's not... This is impossible. Guys, are you ready, yes or no, for another stat? A stat that you will go crazy. You will go crazy. You will go crazy. It can go... Siraz is saying, I'm already shocked. It can't go lower. It can. It can. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. First half, Manuel Locatelli touched 17 times the ball. He made 13 passes, succeeded 10 times. Okay? Keep it in mind. 17 touches, 13 passes, succeeded 10 times. Second half, Manuel Locatelli, 21 touches in total game, 21 touches, so 4 more. In total game, 13 passes, 10 accurate, which means that in the second half, Locatelli, that is the regista of Juventus, did 0 passes. He made some contrast, probably a tackle, I don't know. He didn't do a single pass in second half. 0. I never saw that in my life, in my entire life. Let me check before I go crazy. Weston McKennie, 16 in total. He did 5 passes. 5 passes in second half. Rabiot, 27, so 20 passes. He did 8 passes. 8 passes for Rabiot, 5 passes for McKennie, 0 passes in second half for Manuel Locatelli. Is there a heat map of Locatelli second half? No, I'm not blaming Locatelli, eh? Basta. Oh, Izza. Oh, mamma mia. Oh, basta. Mamma mia. Oh. We are analyzing a game. We are not spamming. Mamma mia, what a disaster. Anyway, I need to see the heat map, and then I will read the comment of Mohamed Youssef. Heat map. of Locatelli. This is not where they are positioned. I remind for the people that do not know, this is where they touched the ball. So from the moment that they touch the ball, you have something on the map. First half, second half. How is it possible that there are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Probably because, I don't know, he took that ball from here to there. Could be, 1, 2, 3. Maybe he touched 5 times. Maybe they are doing a refresh on the passes. Anyway, this is where passing. Pass matrix. Choose a player. I don't know if I will find Locatelli. 10 Mamma mia. 10 passes. Twice to Rabiot. Gatti. Cambiaso. 1 time to Szczesny. Bremer. Chiesa. Kostic. First half. I need to check, You see, guys. Second half. 0 passes. First half. Second half. I need to come back on Ealing, Yeah, contrast, Contrast, whatever. Thank you, Mohamed Youssef. Thank you. In normal times, I would say ugly, lucky, risky, defensive win. But now I say take the 3 points with no high expectations needed. It's hopeless. Finish the season and change next season, hopefully. Yeah. That's exactly what I was telling people. I'm less worried today than I was before we played that game, because at the end, I didn't even know that Atalanta was playing. And then Sir Razi wrote it in Telegram group that they lost. Then I watched Bologna drawing, and then now with a win, I'm a bit less worried. I take the 3 points, and good that we are back in winning. But how? Okay, I explain you that Ealing Junior. Okay, that can also be a consequence. Ealing Junior enters when I believe at the 58th minute. At the 58th minute. I know that you don't like Kostic, and Kostic is not my favorite player. I believe we should have someone else. I think Locatelli had an interview in the Telegram group. We have Telegram group interviews now. Wait, let me read before I go to Ealing, because it's an important one. Locatelli on Telegram. Locatelli. Today it was a struggle in the second half, but the 3 points were fundamental. Only those counted. We have had some bad games, and we have to be direct and honest with ourselves. We are a strong team. We have to go to the Champions League and the Italian Cup final. Winning or not winning the Cup would change a lot in the assessment of this season. We saw ourselves close to Inter, and the disappointment of being separated was great, and we paid the price. But it was better in interview than in the second half. In the game. In the entire game. Okay, I go back to Ealing. The interview was great, The interview was great. So, Ealing Junior. I know you don't like... maybe I can go with a tactical pad to show you something. Probably it's better if I show you with a tactical pad. Who's that guy? And it's the last game. At least we don't have to change a lot. It's the same guys that we played. Only Perrin and Szczesny changed. That's it. Okay. So that's how we play. Or no, that's how we go on the field in the first half. Okay. What happens is that we see clearly that Kostic is also giving a defensive support. Okay? Clearly. And I know, again, Kostic is not a fan favorite, correctly also. Most disappointing person this season in terms of regression, 100%, 100%, 100%. Whatever you want to 100%. Actually, in the first half, we play like this. Danilo that is here, Bremer that is higher, Locatelli that is actually here as another center back. Here you have Cambiaso. Here you have Gatti. McKennie is here because you know that we were with a lot here. Rabiot is playing here. Kostic is actually playing here. Chiesa is here. And Vlahovic is here. This is how we play in that first half, okay? Clear. That's how we play in the first half. Strange, huh? Gatti is actually a bit more, let's say like this. I probably need to put them a bit smaller. Okay, like this is a bit better. Okay? Cambiaso is also here a bit. It's a bit like this that we played. Yeah, okay. What happens with Ealing Jr.? I will just do the change Ealing Jr. Because when you have a Kostic, you like or you don't like, I think today he did a good game. Kostic is doing this. Kostic is doing this. Then the problem is that Kostic is doing only this. Kostic never enters. Kostic never dribbles his man. Kostic never shot on target. Kostic has a lot of time where he's going with crosses that are blocked by the man. But that's Kostic, okay? That's Kostic. That's Kostic. But Kostic is also giving support here when needed. Then you have an Ealing Jr. that is entering instead of Kostic. And what is happening? Ealing Jr. starts here. And Ealing Jr., and I tell you, this is the big change according to me. Twice, the ball is arriving here, putting Danilo in difficulty. Where a lot of people said, Danilo is a disaster, sell him, what is he doing here? While Danilo had a really great first half. But everyone was pissed off with Danilo for what reason? Because Danilo was alone with a one-on-one against Nico Gonzalez. For what reason? Because Ealing Jr. didn't come back. Two times when he entered. He didn't come back, where you're giving all that space. While Kostic, when Kostic was playing, Kostic was here and he was covering. He was giving support to Danilo when needed and he was up until here, because there you have a Chiesa that should have taken control of it. But without Kostic, with Ealing that starts here, we have a really unbalanced problem here. And that's why I think that or he understood it himself, or he was shitting his pants, because twice he leaves Danilo alone. It's written here. I didn't write a lot today. But one of the things that I have written here is 61st minute. Ealing up, dangerous. I also have written Moiskin was man marking the referee. Why? That's also something I didn't understand. Moiskin man marking the referee. Guys, go back to the 89th minute. Why is Weston McKennie? Why is Moiskin man marking the referee? No idea. But you see, this is one of the problems of Ealing Jr. If you want to know why Ealing Jr. is not playing with continuity, this is why. Because Ealing Jr. is much stronger than Kostic in that zone. You want to know? Ealing Jr. is fantastic here. In that zone, he is exceptional. He is exceptional. You want to know? Here. That zone here. Fantastic. Ealing Jr. is fantastic. But here, and that's a big problem in a team like Allegri, in a 3-5-2, here is lacking. Here is lacking. And I believe, no, you don't believe me. Naruto is laughing. Naruto, it's the truth. Moiskin was man marking the referee. Moiskin was man marking the referee at the 89th minute. If you don't believe me, go back and watch. You laugh. It's serious. It's serious. That's the problem of it. This is exactly why Ealing is not playing. This is why he's not playing, because here he was not there. And from the moment that he understood that, or maybe Max Allegri told him, I don't know, he went here. And because of him being here, because what is Max doing there? Max is putting Ealing and he's putting Yildiz instead of invisible Chiesa, okay? These two guys, they should put dynamism into the team. And by the way, Ealing was about to score immediately when he entered. They should put dynamism, they should put legs, they should put creativity in Juventus. Max Allegri, you like, you don't like, if we want to speak about that change of Max Allegri, now you can say Max asked to go back. Max was asking to play and park the bus. If you want to park the bus, you don't play Ealing Jr., you don't play Yildiz. You don't. Because Yildiz is someone that is trying with creativity, with dribbles, is risking the play. And Ealing Jr. is a player that is playing offensively. So why are you subbing them in at the 58? For extra energy? Because you want also to put some pressure on Fiorentina so that they stop going up. This is exactly the change. But because of Ealing Jr., twice in 3 minutes, leaving Danilo alone, he goes back and automatically the entire team, they go back. No, Locatelli was not there. The entire team goes back. And then you have a Yildiz here. That's what's happening. Then you have a nervous Vlahovic, and this is what happened. So according to me, it's not about an obligation to park the bus. According to me, it is that we tried. Guys, Max Allegri, I think, will leave at the end of the season. So that battle, it doesn't even make sense to continue. I believe, except of U-turns or whatever, if we are reading the papers, if we are looking at serious journalists, they're all telling it's over for this season and then it's over for Max Allegri. Okay? We already discussed. But now, think logically without being biased. Think logically without just pointing finger at what men. This change, or at least, the intention of this change is to put some dangerosity, some creativity into the game. Otherwise, you continue with Kostic. Kostic was not even doing bad. Kostic was not doing bad today, honestly, objectively. We are shitting our pants because we leave all that flank here alone and then it tries back. And that card of putting pressure and dynamism and creativity, we burned it. This is the reality. This is what happened today. According to me, that second half is also because we shit our pants because we left Danilo alone. Let's not blame Ealing Jr. You know that Ealing Jr. is a player like that. This is what I have always told you. Ealing Jr. is a perfect player when you are drawing, when you are losing, and you need someone who doesn't care in the back. And he's probably a fantastic guy there because he's the one that is running. He's not minding the back, and he's giving that. For me, he's a super sub. In a 3-5-2, he's not ready to start, according to me, in this Juventus. 4-3-3, Ealing Jr. is a starter. Ealing Jr. is a starter because he needs to mind a bit less. In Premier League, Ealing Jr. will shine. No, not shine, not shy. In Serie A, in this Serie A, in a 3-5-2, it's not a starter. Buonanotte, Steve. Alcaraz, he touched 3 balls, guys. He touched 3 balls. 5, 1 pass, and he missed it. So it's a 0% accuracy. Can you really judge Alcaraz? You can't. Chiesa invisible, and it's a pity, because Vlahovic, fantastic. According to me, fantastic first half, fantastic. Second half, he disappears like all the team. We didn't play anymore. Frustration, whatever. We know. There is one thing that Vlahovic now needs to do better. First is here. From the moment that he's taken out of the game because of him, because of the opponents, because of our teammates, because of the coach, because whatever. From the moment that there is an external factor that is entering his head and he's going out of the game, it's over for Dusan. It is over for Dusan. It's a pity, It's a pity. But at least but Chiesa was totally invisible. Now, Chiesa, don't forget, in the beginning of the week, he had the influenza, he had the flu. But then, if you're back, if you trained, because he didn't train yesterday, he trained already yesterday, the day before, and also on Thursday. I believe the flu, it was on Wednesday. Then you're then you're ready to play. Then you're ready to play, and he was invisible. Then you can say, oh, but we play in that 3-5-2, blah 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 blah. No, he didn't play. That's the reality. Average position, where is Chiesa? He played the total game. I need to see the first. Can we see the first half? Well, no, we can't. We can't see the first half. But Chiesa touched, I believe, 12 times the ball in the first half. He was the least involved person in the first half. And even when he had the ball, he was absolutely not dangerous. 12 times. 6 passes for Chiesa in the first half. He has a tight problem. Who? Vlahovic or Chiesa? No, you're right, Arif. This is also another. And also, as we said, for the midfielders, that we didn't try to find them, that we didn't give them the ball, we were only going to the right side. Of course, with Chiesa is on the left side, well, he's less involved. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know about the tight problem, but anyway, if he has a tight problem from the first half, then you need to say to the coach, I don't feel well, and you go out at the 45th. But the game was boring. The game was boring. So I try to understand how it happened. I'm not excusing, I'm giving how it happened. Will you talk about Motta rumors tomorrow with all the papers writing about it today? Yeah, probably, yeah. But you know my opinion. You know my opinion. My opinion is that I told you many times, I don't think that the coach that we have now will be there next season, but it's already a long time that I'm telling you this on the channel. It's an opinion, It's an opinion. I always told you that I really like Thiago Motta, already 1 year ago, if not more than 1 year ago. The rumors are there now, more and more and more. It came from Daniele Longo, who is not a Juve expert, but he's a Mercato expert based in Milano. He's always a serious journalist, even if I'm not a big fan of calciomercato.com, because they write everything and nothing. But he is a serious journalist. The calciomercato.com, I'm not a big fan. I'm never reporting in Telegram the groups of Calciomercato. Neither does Mo, because a lot of time it's just talk to talk. But Daniele Longo is a real professional. On top of that, you have the retweets. You have the people that are speaking about, you have Fabrizio Romano, you have everyone, Romeo Agresti, everyone is speaking about the same. So I believe that Thiago Motta will be the next coach of Juve. Then from believing to it's really happening, then it's a difference. And maybe Thiago Motta today, he knew that he needed to stop putting pressure on Juve, and because he wants to play Champions League with Juve next season, so probably that's why he drew today. I'm joking, because you never know. If Gravina is watching the television with Giuseppe Quine, they are watching YouTube, they are watching the channel, then instead of subscribing and putting a maximum of like, they will probably say, GJustjuve, communicator of Juve, Twitch, YouTube, he said, let's open and file a case, let's investigate. Thiago Motta banned 6 months if he goes to Juve. If he stays at Bologna, it's okay. But if he goes to Juve, banned 6 months, Juventus minus 20. No, pay attention. No, we have to say that it's a joke. Otherwise, people, they don't understand. Ciao, Nick. Allegri said that he has a type. I already read it. Would you have signed in the beginning of the season for what? For top 4, new coach and Coppa. You need to be a bit more precise, Marcello. When the new coach? This season, a new coach. So immediately changing coach, we win the Coppa Italia and we do top 4. No, in the beginning of the season, no. With a new coach, with Max Allegri, well, then it depends. It depends, because this season I told you, coach or not coach, what did I want? I want, of course, to try to win the Coppa Italia because it's the only cup that we can participate at, 1. 2, I want to fight as long as possible for the Scudetto. I didn't ask an obligation to buy, otherwise I would not be happy. I say I wanted to fight as long as possible. And we fought. And then we give up. Or I give up. Yeah, we give up. Mentally, they totally dropped. And listen to the players. They're all saying exactly the same. We believed, we were fighting, we were trying. From that Empoli draw, boom. What does it mean? Mentally, we are fragile. Mentally, we are fragile. And no, I don't sign for only. But if you tell me top 4 it means second position, fighting until end April, something. Yeah, signing to not win it's tough. But I would have accepted it. Of course, I would have accepted it. But if you tell me we finish 4th, losing or not winning only 1 game in 9 consecutive games, no. But not with Max, not with another coach, and with nobody. I don't like that. Fagioli can play the last game of Serie A against Monza. Now, the question I have, and I'm not sure about that, and maybe you can verify, or maybe we can check together, if we play Coppa Italia. Coppa Italia tabellone. I need to understand something. When will the final be played? 15 maggio, 15th of May. I believe it's even before the end. Because Juventus matches 25th. So we play. Oh, they're stupid. We're stupid. So that means we play Roma, and then there is Salernitana. If we go to the final before Bologna, so after Salernitana, before Bologna, there is a potential final to play. So no, Fagioli can't play. If we want to see a few minutes of Fagioli, it will be in Juventus Monza, the very last game of the season, the 25th of May. Not sure if he will play or not. But what does that mean? We must give him more than 1 year to build the team, unlike Pirlo. What does that mean? That means nothing. Guys, it means totally nothing. We must give more than 1 year to build the team. No, it means 0. It means nothing. We don't need to give to build the team. He will have, because the rumors are, I can tell you a bit of rumors. The rumors are speaking about the 3-year contract with an option to the 4th. Okay, I don't know if it's from both parts or only Juve option, or that I don't know. But the rumors are going towards a 3-year contract. Well, you have 3 years for a project. Then, if the first year you are not in Champions League, you are failing totally, then probably you will be out. We need to give. No, guys, next year, whoever will sit on the bench of Juve will be judged like the whatever coach that is sitting on the bench of Juve, guys. Oh, now the expectations should be real, according to a new coach with a new methodology, according to the transfer market that Juventus will be able to do for Thiago Motta or whatever new coach. Yeah, Pirlo was sacked, but Pirlo was sacked correctly after 1 year. Guys, Pirlo was sacked correctly after 1 year. Pirlo was sacked. I'm repeating now, because the people, they watched All or Nothing, and now Pirlo. Guys, Pirlo was sacked correctly. after 1 year. According to me. Then if you don't agree, it's your opinion. According to me, it was sacked correctly. We did a mistake. It was a bet. It was a big one, a huge one. We hired him for the next gen. We had a problem with the coach, with Sarri. We tried because financially we didn't have a lot of money. We promoted Pirlo to the first team without having a single game as experience, which can work, which can work with miracle. Because in theory, Pirlo is a fantastic coach. But then you have much more. You have much more than the theory. You have much more than the way of seeing football. You have also a team to manage. You have a locker room to manage. You have a motivation. Guys, because now you're speaking. The vice coach of Pirlo should have been Tudor. Did you see Tudor? He was there in the beginning of the season, then he totally disappeared from Juve before coming back at the end. He disappeared a long part. He was there, but he was back. Did you see Tudor? Tudor, that is someone extrovert, someone with a lot of grinta, totally disappeared. And you didn't even hear him during COVID time. Pirlo, I remember the hashtags Pirlo out. I remember the games that we were playing with Pirlo. Oh, guys, seriously, with a team that was much, much better than the one that we have today. Much, much better than we had a Cristiano Ronaldo. We had a top informed Federico Chiesa. We had still a Dybala, not at 100%, but still a Dybala. Because people forget. Do you remember that goal? Boom, boom, in contropiede, in a counter-attack. Chiesa, Ronaldo, Dybala. Boom, 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 bada boom. It was fantastic. We had a much better team than we have today. It was not a perfect team. It was not the team of the Scudetto in a row. It was not... Guys. So correctly, I think he was sacked. But now we are speaking about a total different profile than Pirlo. We are speaking about someone that already coached a lot of teams, that has a lot more experience, that is also showing a lot of things. AJ, that is not the biggest fan of Pirlo, the coach, but he's saying correctly things. Pirlo is 8th in Serie B with Sampdoria. Pirlo totally flopped in Turkey. Not the strongest team, but totally flopped. Pirlo will need this time. And at Juve, according to me, it was not a great year. Don't forget, he's the first one that lost the Scudetto, with a much better team that we have now. He's the first one that lost it. Okay. I don't... No, it's not true they outplayed us in second half. I will be unpopular on that one. But they didn't outplay us. We decided to not play. We decided to give them the ball. Look, the stats. They are... If you want to go to the stat. But look at the video of this morning. I told you Fiorentina will have ball possession. It's a given. First half, we have 34% ball possession. We scored 4 goals, with 34% ball possession. Second half, 16% ball possession. We decide in second half to let Fiorentina play. It's not that Fiorentina suddenly became much better with their 2 changes. No. Fiorentina, they blocked us on the right side. One, that was the only option we had in the first half, and every time it was working. And then we decided to invite them. We said, we open the door, come in. Welcome, Fiorentina. I believe 4 games. We won with goals of Gatti. We didn't want to play anymore. Pepe, do you think that what is happening is because of Fagioli? No. But, no, wait. that would be too big because we were doing well without Fagioli. So, I mean, in terms of results. So, no, it's not because of Fagioli. Then, on the other side, partially it's because of Fagioli and Pogba. Because if you start this season with the idea of having Pogba and Fagioli, it's one thing. If you don't have them, it's another thing. Then, on top of that, in the winter, you decide to not replace them, then it's your own mistake. Because Juventus in the first half of the season, that is fighting without them, and probably is thinking, let's go as far as I can. In winter mercato, we'll go with a midfielder or two, maybe. Let's see. And then you don't do it. Then the one to blame is yourself. Then, guys, maybe it's because we didn't want to invest, because we didn't know yet what coach would have been there. We didn't, because that 200 million euro will not be for the market, but actually will make sure that Juventus can breathe financially and can do again some investment, because without this 200 million capital increase, Juventus would have been impossible to go on market for a second year in a row. Now we can, still paying attention, still taking into consideration to sell some players. Nobody is untouchable except of Yildiz at Juventus. But no, Fagioli would have helped, but that's not the main cause. The main cause is not Fagioli. Pirlo didn't have all his coaching papers ready at the start of the season. It was a premature move. It will wait. I will wait till he gets a real opportunity in Serie A to judge. But no, you remember what I said at the end of that Pirlo season? I said, I think that Pirlo will become a good coach. I really believe that. I really believe that he will become a good coach, because theoretically, really good idea of football, nice idea of football, fluid football, changing, moving from one side to the other. A player like him can become. But, okay, he's a guy that needs someone, maybe, a la Tudor next to him, instead of having his best friend Baronio. I believe that's one of the problems. I think that he needs someone that is able to raise voice, to make sure that the locker room is respecting, that is following, and to wake up and shake up the team when needed. You know these kind of good cop, bad cop. Look at Antonio Conte. Who was the vice coach of Antonio Conte? Angelo Alessio. Angelo Alessio, who is a fantastic, kind person. Conte is also nice, probably, but you have that fire and the ice, the good cop, the bad cop, temper the craziness of Antonio Conte. While Pirlo is probably the Angelo Alessio, the fantastic guy, and he needs someone, and that's why Tudor was there. But Pirlo decided to give more power to make actually Baronio become his vice, instead of Tudor, and to hide Tudor, to erase Tudor. And I believe that's one of the big mistakes that he did. And I believe that from the day that he will probably go towards, look at Massimiliano Allegri and Landucci. No, but it's a lot of time like that. Huh? I tell you, when I was a manager, in my young career of manager, I tried always to find a guy or a girl, whatever, as an assistant that was like me. And I tell you, probably I had the most fun in my life when I had persons like me, because I'm crazy and I'm a positive person and I love to love and whatever. But it was a disaster, because my weaknesses were not fulfilled. At a certain moment, I was starting to mature. I started to think about more professional and so on. And I tried to find someone, of course, not the total opposite, but that was different person as me, that had the qualities that I was missing. So I didn't need another nice, funny public relation guys, motivator. I need someone that was structured, that was organized, because I'm not an organized and structured person. I'm a total chaos in administration, in making, I'm a disaster. I have my own ideas in my head, and then And then it was working really well. Because you needed these kind of things. I was the one that was speaking. I was the one that was, going in front of the audience, or when we had meetings and so on and so on. And I needed someone that was preparing the PowerPoint. It was not a slave, and that's not what we are speaking about. But someone that was structured, that was telling me, Beppe, pay attention because there you are going too long. You need a bit less, or pay attention, Beppe, because you are putting too much fun. Maybe we need to concentrate a bit more. We need, helping me to get down and to increase my weaknesses. That's what I think. What does that mean, Jose Pablo Enriquez? Will you talk if Allegri deserves to be sacked? Rewind the video and watch it again. You want my opinion? I don't understand that question here on the channel. If you're watching the channel, you know the answer. Guys, can you tell me now in the channel? Guys, what is my opinion about Massimiliano Allegri for the future? Tell me. Tell me, guys. Please tell, because I go crazy. Maybe some people, they are, I don't know, or maybe they're not watching the channel. But if you're not watching the channel, then you can't call me Beppe, because you know who I am. I don't know. I am not a hashtag people. So don't expect that you clip the video here and you can't, because I'm a balanced person that is thinking that what we are seeing today is not enough. That I think that at a certain moment you need fresh air. At a certain moment you need new ideas. I will tell you guys, honestly, this is not even sustainable anymore for anybody. Not for Allegri, not for the players, not for the fans, not for me. You know why? Do you remember what I told you in the beginning of the season? I told you. We continue with Max. Okay. From the first non-win, a chaos will happen. And this will happen every single time as we don't win. And you know, it happened with Bologna, it happened with Sassuolo, and then it even happened when we were winning. And when we are winning and people, they find a way to demolish what we are trying to do without being objective. I'm not saying everyone, of course, but a lot of people were not objective about the team, about the moment that Dusan was in, because Dusan was not good at a certain moment. Chiesa was not good at a certain moment, was a lot of time injured. If you are not objective in saying, okay, we are winning, Max Allegri needs to do better in this, but credits for this. The players do well in this, but pay attention because on this, they are not good enough. Like pass accuracy, like this, like that. Hey guys. And when I see that we were at a certain moment even over Inter, I believe it happened 4 or 5 times because we were playing ahead of them. And you saw all, and that's even worse, you saw all in the beginning of the season, the mistakes in favor of Inter. When it was in favor of the opponents of Inter, they didn't take the decision. When it was, you all remember, looks like we forget Juventus. Now, how mediocre Juventus was in the beginning of the season. If we go back and we watch until a certain moment, the mistakes pro-Inter of this season, Juventus would have been first with more points than Inter until that Empoli game. Then maybe, because we would have been first, that moment of drop mentally would not happen. Because we would still have believed in that Scudetto. Because we suck in everything. We drop in everything from the moment that we don't believe in the Scudetto anymore. Buonanotte, Mark. You see what I try to explain? And at that certain moment, when I saw that even in a positive moment of results, after what happened last season, no management, minus 15, no mercato, the mistakes in favor of Inter and the mistakes not in favor of Juve, with all these things additioned, and we were only, a big part was focusing only about a coach. What do you want me to tell you, guys? What do you want me to tell you? Now, I go back to the comment of Turquoise. Thank you for your donation, my friend. Ciao, brother Beppe. What are the 3 ingredients for our success next season? Okay, it's a good question. The first, and that has been always like that. Made a video about it, by the way, a few days ago. Alignment in the management. First. And when I'm speaking about the management, I'm speaking about top management and sporting side of management. They need to align. That's one. One is this. Align and share the same vision. I will go totally crazy with you, but if everyone says we believe in Max Allegri, then you believe in Max Allegri and you don't care about anybody. But then that means that you really support your coach and you do everything for him, you do a mercato for him, whatever. Because all of you believe and agree. If all of you believe that you need to change and you need to go for another coach, you go for it. If you believe that the strategy is to go for next-gen players, you do it. But you all believe in something. You all align and you all go. So whatever you do, first, your management needs to be aligned. If it's with Manna, next to Giuntoli, it is with him. It is with Pompilio, with whoever that is joining the new management, it's okay. Alignment in management and vision. 1, clear objectives. Now, I would love to tell you objective shared with the supporters. But we saw that supporters, they don't care about realistic objectives. Because when in the beginning of the season, they are telling you, guys, financially we have problems. We come from a disaster year. We will need some time to come back. We are trying to swim and to keep our head out of the water. We want to do better, of course we want to do better, but our objective is minimum to enter top 4. And when we were first, even if people, they know that we didn't have a team that could win the Scudetto this year, even there, people told you, no, we don't want top 4. We want to win. Of course we want to win. I want to win. Everyone wants to win. But if they are transparent with you and they are telling you, so I think fans are the heart of a team. But they are not the one that are deciding. They can't be the one that are deciding. It is impossible. You can't share with them what needs to happen or not, or because otherwise you go totally wrong. Because I believe like this. Juve Pulse is thinking otherwise, Niven is thinking another way, Turquoise is thinking another way, some people are Allegri out, some people are Allegri in, some people they want Conte, some people they don't want Conte, some people they want Motta, other people they don't want Motta because he's from Inter, people they want to win the Scudetto, they want, but no, it's not enough because who cares about Scudetto, we need to think about the Champions League. So we are too much. Clear objective. 1. That's my first point. My second point, and I think it's a good one. If you change the coach, okay, let's say we change, I will not even change coach into consideration. But I believe that we need a real summer preparation. Next season, we can potentially play an average of 55, 60. It will not happen, but if you go with all games, you can potentially play 69 games. So it will be between the 55 and 60 and 70 games. I would stay close to home for a tour where you don't need to take a plane and travel to the other part of the world with time zone difference, with temperature difference, with high heats, which is important for football, so I totally support them. But I believe if you start a new project with a new coach in a season where we come from a lot of time, some injuries, stay at home for a fantastic summer preparation. That's my second point. What is the third one? Buy the players according to roles. Yeah. So this summer, go and buy the players according to roles with qualities. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, our team is not complete. Our team is a paradox. Where do we miss players? We miss players in a left back. Okay, let's go for a left back. Put it there. What names? We go from the top dream until the D option. A lot of names. What else do we need? Do we really need a winger? We have Sule that is coming back. We have Chiesa. We have Yildiz. We have Iling Jr. But maybe this one is on the market. We don't believe. Okay, maybe we need a right winger. Maybe I'm just inventing now. Okay, go and write the names. So don't go towards, I like, for example, Zirkzee. Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good name. Do we need Zirkzee today? No, we don't need Zirkzee today. Honestly, this is not a name that is exciting me in terms of what we have with the players that we have. Zirkzee is not the player that I need today. Then, as the cherry on the cake at the end of the market, because I don't know, you have money that came from the... I like Zirkzee. But don't go for Zirkzee first. First, you need to go towards, do we need someone that is another striker that can track back, or do you need a midfielder that can play with his left foot, that has a lot of goals in the leg? What do you need? So these are my three things. Look at Inter. Okay, we need to speak about Inter. Why is Inter performing since a lot of years? Not because, look, people, they forget, but Acerbi, Bastoni, maybe Bastoni is from another level, but you have a lot of players there. Wait, you have a lot of, because I received a message. Fantastic. When people are watching me and then they're sending me pictures of them watching me, it's just incredible. I love it. Grazie, Mo. Thank you. Why is Inter working? The truth. For a simple reason. Because Inter, this season, they went, okay, left back, left wing, right wing, 3-5-2. That's how we played. Left wing, okay. Carlos Augusto. Right wing. This one is leaving. Okay, Quadrado. In the back, how many players do we have? 3? We need 3 more as subs. In the middle, Fratesi. Let's put him in because Brozovic is leaving. We have Çalhanoğlu. We have Fratesi. We have Barella. We have but they are signing players to fulfill a role. Then, depending on the money that they have, they can go with a better one or a lower one. Thuram, because Lukaku is leaving. Okay, go. You know, and that's the thing. Now I don't forget all, I don't have them. But look, Thomas is saying Inter got rid of Brozovic, Skriniar, and Dzeko, and they got better. They signed the right replacement because they go towards what they need on the field, which Juventus they didn't do. Look with Paratici and so on. What did we do at the end? We went for Kulusevski and Chiesa in the same season. In the same season. We have Alexandro, with all the respect that I have for Alexandro as a person, but we still have Alexandro for 9 seasons, and we never signed another left back. You know that I have difficulties to go towards my best ever team, and I need to make a right back, a left back. I have difficulties to put the best left back. I need to go really long time ago. So that's the 3 things. I hope I answered your question correctly. Let me summarize. What did I say? Management aligned on a vision. 2, a proper summer preparation. And 3, sign players per role that you need. Not because of the name or because you see an opportunity or whatever. That's the 3 things. Juve Pulse, thanks for... Can you rate my top 3 priorities? Or do I miss something big? Let me know. Rate my 3 things. Is it top, we agree? Or Beppe 2 or okay, 3, the third one not? Or let me know. I'm curious if I'm good or not in my answer. Juve Pulse, thank you for 8 months. Thanks for not highlighting BS messages. But no, it depends of... I try to answer the maximum of people. Then sometimes you see that people, they are just here to troll. Then we don't lose time. This is something that I became a bit better in trying to filter what I read. Thank you, Mikey Mazzarese. What this showed me is that Juve fans are very spoiled because we are used to winning, and when we don't, the world is coming to an end. Thank you, Mazzarese. Thank you, Mikey, for the donation. Look, when you support Juventus, you expect to win. Like when you're supporting Bayern Munich, for example. Like now, the new fans that are supporting Paris Saint-Germain. You expect to win. To win every year. Now, the 9 years were something crazy. Not normal. But it's true that in Juventus history, sometimes you don't win the league, but then you win at least the Coppa Italia. Not winning for 2 years in a row, it's tough. At Juve, at least something, you know. If it doesn't happen even the 3rd year, it's a total drama. We should not accept not winning at Juventus, but I believe that sometimes we need to understand a moment, which doesn't mean why we are happy. We have problems, we are happy, so that means we can go 9 games without winning. No. At Juventus, you aim to continue to win. But just when judging, taking all things into account, that's what hurts me. Not that you want to win, not that you expect more, because we all expect. Look at the second half of today. To come back on the second half of today, look at the second half of today. Of course, we expect more. Of course, we need to do more. It's not enough. It's not nice. Look. Then I don't want to become a Premier League team. Today I watch Manchester United, Liverpool that is supposed to be the best club in England. Because they are first, or they were, not anymore now, because there is Arsenal, 1 point ahead. It's not possible. I don't like how they are playing in England, but all the teams in England, I always compare it to the sea. You know the sea? It's with waves. The waves come from one side and then it goes to the other side. It tracks back and then it comes and then it goes to the other side. There is absolutely no we think. Because Liverpool was winning today. They were deservedly winning, and then they leave these crazy spaces there. But it's in every single game. They don't care. They just play. We play. We go. And okay, as a neutral fan, it's fantastic and it's entertaining because you see. But the goal that they are conceding today is a disaster. It's a disaster. Then you have that goal of Menu that is a fantastic goal. But it's every game that is like that. Then you lose because you still open. You don't defend. It's a disaster. I don't want to become a Premier League entertaining game a la Brighton. I don't want to become Brighton. I want to have a balanced team that is proposing football, that is offering football. But if you need to close, you close. If you need to bring back a victory, you bring back a victory. That's what I'm asking, huh? That's what I'm asking. We didn't went back to Cortomuso. It's not true. It's not the correct comment. Because Cortomuso, first of all, we need to be now totally clear. The Cortomuso is not referring to a single game. We like to laugh about it when we win 1-0. But the Cortomuso is an explanation, a philosophy that is correct. But it's not speaking about that single win. It's speaking about an entire season. And at the end of the season, that you win with 1 point, or that you win with 20 points, or 40 points, or 30 points, it doesn't make a single difference. It's the one that wins. That wins. That's it. That's it. And it's like 100-meter run. The one that is arriving first with the head, he wins. You don't need to be 1 kilometer up front. A centimeter, and it's totally correct. But fans, they love to laugh. No, in the beginning it was laughing, now it's depressing. They want to refer it to every single game. No. It's about a season, Cortomuso. The 1-0 wins, no. And then on top of that, we are not in a Cortomuso is back. Because last game we played against Lazio, we won 2-0. The game before we lost 1-0. This time we won 1-0. Then we won 3-2 against Frosinone. I would love that Cortomuso is back where we are able to do the next 7 games with only 1-0 win, 1-0 win, 1-0 win. At least we qualify. Now we are still in an inconsistent football of you play good the second half against Lazio. You play a disaster second half today. You play really a disaster that first half against Lazio, but you play a good first half today. So you see, a fantastic player, Nico Williams. They play all out, no awareness. No, they don't care. But that's why you have an Italian coach goes to Premier League, wins. Oh, guys, I will be unpopular. I'm really convinced, but I'm convinced about it. Max Allegri, you give him a good team in Premier League. Don't give him, Sheffield or whatever. But you give him a top team in England, he's winning the league. He's winning the league. And I will tell you even more. He's winning the league good. So, go to history, Conte, Mancini, Ancelotti, Mourinho, that is the most Italian foreign coach. Mourinho won it. Sarri won in Europe, but he did well in Premier League as well with Chelsea. Did he win Sarri? I don't think so. I don't think he won the league. Or did he win the league? Not sure. No, he won the Europe. Can you tell me about Sarri? I'm not 100% sure. Can you tell me that one, please? Out of mind, I don't remember. Ranieri won with Leicester. Because people today, De Zerbi, but he's managing Brighton. Not the league, okay. De Zerbi is managing Brighton. He's managing Brighton. Yeah, and Ranieri was managing who? Ranieri was managing... he was managing Leicester... With we are speaking about bricklayers, Gatti, but there was also another bricklayer in a way, Vardy. This is the reality. He finished top 4 and won the Europa League. But Italian coaches, they're in Premier League. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. Di Matteo won the Champions League. Di Matteo, I remember that Chelsea. Crazy. But it's too easy. It's too easy. Premier League, you put a few strategies here and there. Easy, Easy. 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 I believe that Max Allegri wins the Premier League. You put him at Manchester United with a backup, because of course you need also a management. The management is a disaster. But I believe the team of Manchester United, led by Allegri, they can do well. No, Max Allegri can't win the way Leverkusen is doing. No. Max Allegri can't win with what Leverkusen is doing. No. Because it's totally different. It's totally different. You have Xabi Alonso that is doing a miracle with but attention, they have good players. Leverkusen has really great players. A Boniface, it's not playing because of injury, or he wasn't playing. But a Boniface, for example, I was already speaking about it because he was playing in Belgium. But he's a fantastic player. They have good players there, Wirtz and so on and so on. But Xabi Alonso is doing things that Max can't do. It's different. And maybe Xabi Alonso will become a coach much better than Allegri. Could be. It's not just a champion manager, but you have different types of coaches. Look at Ancelotti. Ancelotti is considered by 70% of the world one of the top 5 best coaches in the world. Ancelotti went to Everton and he flopped. He went to Napoli, because Everton you can even discuss. He went to Napoli and he flopped. He goes back to Real Madrid and he's back to winning Champions League. He's not only a people manager or a champion manager, but there are things that are adapted to you and things that are not adapted to you, that you are feeling more comfortable with and not. It's not only, it's also giving an idea of football, it's also giving the principles. But you have different types of coaches. But I have nothing to say about Xabi Alonso, guys. Xabi Alonso is doing fantastically great. I'm praising him every day on the other channel, so I can't go back. I would have loved to have Xabi Alonso at Juventus, first of all, as a player. By the way, if you want to be pissed off with, was it Ranieri? I think it's Ranieri. Ranieri that preferred Poulsen instead of Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso was about to come to Juve in 2007, 2008. It was done deal. And then they preferred Poulsen. Mamma mia. But Xabi Alonso is fantastic. So I regret him as a player, and I believe it's really great what he's doing. Then I also respect, but you know why? Xabi Alonso I really respect a lot. Because Xabi Alonso, when he was at Real Sociedad, B team, so coaching the youth of Real Sociedad, he received already an offer from Mönchengladbach, if I'm not wrong. And he said, no, I am not ready. He refused to go to a first team, middle team. He said, no, I'm not ready. And then he waited. Then he went to Leverkusen later. And he's doing a fantastic job. And now he's showing it again. I don't want yet to leave Leverkusen because I'm not ready, or my work is not done. I still think that we can do things, and he's staying longer. So respect. Fantastic. But it's like Conte. Conte is a fantastic, I always said it, it's a fantastic one competition coach. One competition, Conte is probably the best coach you can find on the market. One competition, Conte is the best coach you can find on the market. The best. From the moment that he's managing more competitions, that's where it starts to be a disaster. But look, in his entire curriculum, he arrived one time into the final of a European competition. It was Europa League with Inter when in the COVID season where I need to better here. In the COVID period where all the games were split. First you finish your league and then you have a tournament of the European competition games. And there he arrives to the final that he loses because he's a Juventino. Even if he was at Inter, he loses the final. But and you have Conte that is a one competition coach. Then you have coaches that are fantastic with cups. Like Simone Inzaghi has always been fantastic in cups. Then you have coaches that are really great with a big team of big players and they can give them, and they can manage them and they can give them basic things and let them work together. You have coaches that are fantastic and then they go in big teams and they totally flop because they can't. So Kamis Al-Jamal, ciao my friend, 18 months together with us. Thank you, Kamis. The main problem is there is no heart in game. I would not say that that's the problem. According to me, Kamis. According to me. According to me, no. Why? If it would have been there is no heart, you would have seen it in a lot of things. But you see them. Chiesa, I believe 2-3 games ago, was celebrating on his knees and again, he was celebrating on his knees. They were you see them. It's not even that. Look at that. Look at that. Weston McKennie, the pass here. The ball is here. You see the ball here. It's not yet on Chiesa. Look at Weston McKennie that is tracking back. Here he starts to track back McKennie. That's the image that you see here from VAR. But then you see here actually the pass of Chiesa where McKennie is, I believe. I don't know. I don't know if he's onside or not. Probably yes. I'm not sure. But the Montero, it's a different period. It's a totally different period. Look at the documentary. He's with Ferrara. He's with Pessotto. It's different. It's totally different. It's totally different. It's totally different. But I agree. It's not. There is a difference, but I don't believe it's hard. If you speak about the grinta, the balls, then I agree. The heart, no, I don't think so. Or at least they could be part of it, but not the main problem. Okay, guys, there are some news here. We need to interrupt it. Fabrizio Romano, I don't know if he tweeted it or not, but I read that Fabrizio Romano is saying, I don't know where, I don't know when, but he's saying that according to him, he's confirming his position on Massimiliano Allegri. At the end of the season, he should leave Juventus. While Monblano comes out with a 0%. Now I will explain you something about Monblano that is a good friend of mine, that I really love, that I respect a lot for professionality, the work, the entertainment part, and the information part. Monblano always said, you have two percentages that are definitive: 0% and 100%. All the numbers in the between 0 and 100 are indications of an evolution of something. And even if you have a 0.1, things can happen in football. I believe last season, or was it with Donnarumma? We arrived at 99% of Donnarumma at Juve. But 99% is not 100%. If, because I didn't hear it, but I start to read it everywhere, if Luca Monblano said 0, 0 is 0. Allegri 0% of staying. But I'm not making a big, I don't know, live about it or announcement about it, because I'm not surprised. I am not surprised if this is the truth. I am not surprised because I'm telling you since a year. Thomas Maklouf said it earlier. He said what I'm telling and repeating since I don't know how long. I tell you, according to me, this year, Max Allegri, according to me, should not even have been on the bench this season. But a lot happened in last year, and I have to say thank you to Max Allegri, because he also stayed in a situation. Because now it's easy, Max Allegri criticizing, insulting, dinosaur, you are the only one to blame. Do you really believe that it's easy for a coach with his reputation? Because, oh guys, he's a winner, to say I stay at Juve, knowing that there will be no mercato, not knowing if we will play European competition or not. It takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot. So, grazie Max, but I'm not surprised. I thought he would have left immediately after the second season, or as a winner, or as one that lost in that second spell. Now it has been postponed, but I don't think that Max Allegri would be here next season. I'm not making a big announcement about it, because for people that are following the channel and that want to listen, they know already. I know that people, a lot of people that are not the loyal ones, the big loyal ones on the channel, they insult me when I don't say Allegri out because I'm defending him. And then you have the Allegri in people that are insulting me as well when I say that Max Allegri was at fault for that or for this or for that. But for the people that are loyal, like I see a lot of you, Arif, Italian, Saras, Toma, all the people that are loyal on the channel. You know what has always been my position. I don't think that he will be there. I don't even think it's healthy to continue with Max. But I will always respect him as a person. I will respect his professional coach career in the first spell, because that's, you need to respect. 5 Scudetti, 11 titles in 5 years. Then the second spell, I will always be grateful for the difficult moment that he was in, and probably the agreement what he made when he came back were not respected, but not from him, from Juventus. Here you have the tweet. Here you have the tweet. 0% is 0%. Now, don't believe that next season will be easier in terms of communication, in terms of so on, so on. At the first 3 passes in a row that we are able to do, you will have the Allegri out people that will come under the channels and on social media, and that will say, you see, Max Allegri, we needed to change him before, we lost a lot of time, Max Allegri is already out, but again, out, I don't know, Allegri out. That hashtag will not disappear from the moment that we do 3 passes in a row, from the moment that we go with a win that is not a 1-0 win. And then, when we are not doing well, when we will lose, I don't know, maybe 3-2. But Max Allegri, that would never have happened, that 3-2 loss. And then you will have the Allegri out that will say, but do you remember the 4-2 that we lost against Sassuolo? And it will be the war. And again, Allegri in, Allegri out. But Max Allegri, no. It will not finish next year. I already tell you, it will not finish next year. But there will people that will say that. Not the majority, because honestly, the 3 years have been extremely difficult. But I believe that some people will say it. We shouldn't have fired Allegri. I tell you, it will be a tough one. It will be a tough one. The next year. Then, there is only one thing that will make everyone happy. Juventus winning. If you go and you win all in, then great. If not, people, they will compare. Unfortunately, it's a pity. It's really a pity. Next year, Allegri out, people will say Motta out if it goes bad. Some people, yes, not all of them. Not all of them. I believe some people will still stay at you need time, but you will have a lot of out people that will start saying, hey, look at the team, we need time, look at the team, that the transfer market, but we don't have the players yet. There will be a lot of look, 18 July 2023. It's possible that midterm Allegri is doing bad and he's sacked. This is what I told you on the 18th of July 2023. Oh, guys. I just hope, in an ideal world, we start, but I think that's too late. The Allegri era at Juventus 2.0, I believe it created something that is not reversible. I think it's over. I think that the dream of having a united fan base is impossible anymore. It's too late. We did it to ourselves. That's what hurts me the most, probably. What makes me sad of all that journey is that I believe that, no, I'm sure about it, we lost the fair judgment of a lot of people, of the mass, or at least the opinion leaders. We just lost it. It's or white or black, or this or that. There is no middle way. Next year, if it's Motta, if it's De Zerbi, that I don't like De Zerbi, you know it, but if he's doing well, I don't care. I'm celebrating De Zerbi winning. I will dance, I will buy the shirt with De Zerbi. I don't care that I don't like him. I don't care that it's De Zerbi. If we need to play with, 150 passes before arriving to the goal, if we need to win every single game 4-3, I don't care. Let's do it. Let's win. As long as we win, or as long, I don't care. But I think it's too late. And you will see, you will have people that will start. Maybe the Allegri in will turn into now ex-coach out. next season from the moment that he's missing a game. It's irreversible, and I believe that this channel here will always have problems like that. Because I will defend Thiago Motta, I will defend De Zerbi, I will defend Klopp. I will try to be honest, but people will never be happy. We will see. We will see. Anyway, if, and again, with a big if, which I have always told you, I always have believed in it, Max Allegri will not be the coach next season, I think it's the right choice for everyone, for all parts, Conte going to Milan, we don't know. We don't know. Let's see. Could be, yeah. Could be. It's always tough. Beppe, tuning in late. Can you please share thoughts on how, when we will know? We depend of the Europa League. Yeah? There are Germany, UK, and Italy. Now the exact coefficient, I don't know how many games they need to play or not to win. I knew perfectly about FIFA World Cup. I don't know about this, but I think that there was a stat that was showing 95% that we should do it as first or second because there are two countries that are doing it. Depends. This time, hopefully, that the Italian teams can go to the next round. That would be, I think, securing it. But I'm not sure. I need to check. Depending also what the other countries are doing. I don't think that Del Piero can unite the fans. I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. Honestly, I really don't think that whoever can unite fans. That's why I don't want Del Piero to be. I have never been, you know it on the channel, I have never been a big fan of having my football legends back at the club. Or I mean, if they have the competencies, if they have showed, if they have a process of growth, yeah, great, fantastic. But I don't like it because Nedved is a legend of Juventus. Is a legend of Juventus. People were insulting him, mocking him. Now people are angry because we have, according to them, a board of people who do not care about the game, football, that do not understand about the game, about football, that are not reacting. Then we go 1 year ago or 2 years ago, you see a Nedved that out of passion, because of negative result, because of frustration and so on, was kicking a board, and people were angry because Nedved was reacting, and he should not because he's the vice president of Juve. Guys, that's the reality. That's the reality. We don't care. We are in a troll era where we have no respect about whoever. We don't care about what they did, what they do. It is today. It is today that matters for people that are judging. If today you are winning, you are the GOAT. The GOAT, greatest of all time. If tomorrow you miss, look, I will give you an example of Danilo, okay? The entire game of today, or I mean, until I believe the 60th minute, where there is Ealing that is not covering. You have a really good game of Danilo. And for the people that follow the channel, you know that the last weeks, last months, I have not been that kind with Danilo because I think he's not performing well. First, I was thinking it's because of the left side of the field, but anyway, even of the right, no, Danilo is not back. Today he's playing an exceptional good game. Anticipating, according to me, was in top 3 of the best in that first half, Danilo. He made one mistake because left alone and dribbled too easy by, I think, Nico Gonzalez. I saw comments that were crazy. finished. Put him out. Sell him. He can't play anymore a single game for Juve, etc., etc. Because we react toward what we see now, today, now, we need to react, we need to give our opinion, we don't care about the 60 minutes that we see. It's like, look, the last game that we played against Lazio, here, we were happy, fantastic, people were celebrating, fantastic, beautiful on social media, Juventus, some people, Juventus is back, wow. 1/2, we played well, and if you're totally honest, we entered that second half, it's not even great, It's not even great. We enter with Bremer that is losing 3 balls in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Then, Locatelli is doing that extra miles, recuperating a game. Cambiaso is going with a crazy assist. We score a goal, it starts to be easy. A Lazio, that people also started. I know people that have an opinion, a valid opinion. They started with Tudor ball after 1 game. Against Juve, why honestly Lazio, it's not that they deserved or they did something crazy. Tudor ball, 1 game. Since then he lost 2 games. He scored 1 goal, a 93rd minute goal with a header from the guy that never scored in Serie A, Marusic. And I love Tudor, but give him time. Like if you're looking at the results of De Rossi, he's doing a miracle now, But if you're looking at the games of De Rossi, 1-0 here against Sassuolo, 1-0 against... Nobody's saying cortomuso De Rossi. Fantastic, De Rossi. You remember that calcio champagne, it was for a few weeks, Who will stay longer on the bench, De Rossi or Tudor? Let's see, I'm curious. Because we judge the moment. And like this, it's hard, how many times do I need to explain that story? They explained it themselves really clearly, and they were correct. Yes, a board of lawyers and accountants who accepted the plea deal. Because if you didn't accept the plea deal, we would have been in an extreme, more difficult situation. Did you see what happened now? Well, it would have been like that for the 3 next year. And what you try to now compensate would not have been you can't compensate it anymore, because you would have been too far from the other ones. I'm speaking about the Italian, not even the European one, because the European one, I'm not sure if we will be able to reach them soon, if something drastically not change. They were obliged, because they told you we were going to the court thinking that we would have to pay a fee or something like that. We go out with a -15 without the time to prepare ourselves, without the right to defend ourselves. It was impossible, and we are obliged to take a plea deal, because otherwise it would have taken 3 years, where everyone is showing you that they have absolutely not intention to check things objectively. They don't care. No, they tried. No, they tried. It was because probably, before you get into a conclusion of a plea deal, there are discussions, there are negotiations. You need to show, you need to try at least to prepare a dossier, etc., looking at the books, showing that you are, according to you, not guilty. What are the pros, what are the benefits? Otherwise, guys, the other one, they were prepared to send us really in 3rd division. So I think they did the right thing, even if it's hard to swallow for us. But anyway, that's not correct, Martin. Probably you don't have good memories, or you forgot, but that's not correct. That's not correct. I would not say the right decision, but I would say the only. The only. Okay, guys. What do we do now? We close. 2 hours of live. Tomorrow we analyze the win. Oh, but I'm happy, huh? Guys, I'm happy, huh? We won. That's the most important thing. Of course, I'm happy. We are at +7 over the 5th spot, which is strange for me as a Juventino to say, but that's the reality. It's not about I like the mediocrity or accept. No, it's not accepting, liking. It's the reality. We are fighting for a 4th spot, and at the moment we are 3rd with 4 points over Bologna, with 7 points over the 5th one, that is Roma. Hoping that Roma, Milan, and Atalanta, they even can do something well in Europe, so that 5th spot is also there, so that you take even less risks. And then we go. Because some people, they told me this, it's something I don't understand. Ciao, Tarek. That's something that I will never understand. Some people are telling me if we don't qualify to Champions League, then Allegri will be sacked. But then the same people are telling me, oh, no, we don't sell Vlahovic, we don't sell Chiesa, we don't want to sell Sule, we don't want to sell Bremer, we don't want to sell Huijsen, but on top of that, we need to buy Koopmeiners, Thuram on top of it. We need to go with a formation where I think that Zirkzee on top of Bremer, Vlahovic, Chiesa, Yildiz needs to have the number 10 and starting. We need an extra defender. Let's take Calafiori. We need a left back. We need to go towards 4-4-3. Not 4-3-3. It's not 4-4-3. We need a right back. We need to go with Donnarumma because Szczesny. No. You remember he made that mistake against Udinese. We'll never forget that. We will never forgive him that mistake against Udinese. Yeah, it's 3 years ago. We don't care. He made like 100 saves on penalty. We don't care. He made another miracle save again. We don't care. He made that mistake against Udinese, so we don't like Szczesny. We don't want Szczesny. We don't want Szczesny. We don't care. Out. So let's go with Donnarumma. Donnarumma is doing mistakes every 2 games. It's okay. We want Donnarumma. Donnarumma is costing you 60 million. We don't care. Donnarumma. So, Arif is saying, have you watched some of the analytics video? I don't need to watch the analytics video of Motta because I'm watching Serie A. I'm watching Motta since Genoa, Spezia, Bologna, so I know how he's playing. The important thing is how will he adapt with different players, but also will he be able to also change 4-1-4-1, 4-3-3? Can he also sometimes in some parts of the game playing with 3? If he sees that the player is out of position, can he adapt his way of playing? That's what we see. But it's the same people, huh? The same people. They tell me we want to be out. Monblano continues. Clash and tension with the club and some of the players after the match. He does not feel protected by the club. Clash and tension with the club and some of the players. Max Allegri. Okay. Apparently, according to Monblano, Max Allegri had some clash and there are tensions with the club and some of the players after the game. He does not feel protected by the club. I was not there. I didn't hear. I can't confirm. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know who was saying. I don't know if something happened. So I can't tell you. Then people are saying, how much protection does Allegri want? When you believe that you did the best you could in a situation that was not the one that was promised to you, that changed, that you always have been politically correct in never blaming the club, because you defended the club until the end. I can understand. I'm not saying that these kind of things happen. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm just going by human nature and by people knowledge. I can understand that you can feel angry and not protected enough. I can understand, of course. Of course. If you go in a company and they attract you because you are really great, I don't know. Okay. They tell you, look, we have a job offer for you. You can become, because we want you, we really want you back. Because you already showed with us in the past when you were there, you showed us really great qualities. And we really believe in you. Because our project is to make from that store the media world. You know, the media world, big stores. We want to make it again the best one of the country. The biggest one. It will not be immediately. It will not be immediately because it is impossible. Because this year we are still in a transitional phase, okay? But that media world, that store, we will make it the biggest one again. Just give us patience, okay? We give you 4 years because we know that this year Ronaldo will probably leave. We will not be able to replace him. We will not be able to do your transfer market. So this year, we take it as a transitional phase because we are going out of a project that saw us losing the first Scudetto. You do what you can. You qualify to Champions League. We will build back. Okay, great. And then you see that the projects are totally changing, but also the leaders. And from that big media world, they are telling you, look, yeah, we still have the intention, but it will take 4 or 5 years. We don't know. We are not sure. Yeah, but you see, we didn't expect that they were actually making works on the roads and that the big highway that was leading people to driving, it would not be open. It will take more time. It's impossible. So instead of expanding and becoming the biggest media world in the world, I'm sorry. And you're there with a really small media world, a really small store, but your capacities are much bigger because you already showed it. You were already great. You left because they told you now we want to change. It didn't work. They call you back. And the project, of course you're pissed off. Of course you're pissed off. Of course you're pissed off because you feel like, in a way, that what they promised you to come back, well, they didn't maintain their promises. While you are the face, because you're the only one that is blaming. Try to find how many people are blaming the management for the last, I'm not saying this management, I'm speaking about the management in general, since the last 3 years that Max Allegri came back. Andy, 4 years of telling the players to run forwards and improvise. No. This is disrespectful, and this is a lack of knowledge, Andy. You know, I respect you, but it's really minimalistic way of, like, with these kind of comments, you will never be able to analyze correctly a situation. First of all, because it's 3 and not 4. First of all. Secondly, because the million, he could have taken them in Saudi Arabia, he could have taken them in other clubs. Because today, you like it or you don't like it, a coach is taking million. That is doing well or that is doing bad, is taking million. And Andy, with these kind of comments, you will never become a coach that will earn million. Because people, they will not hire people with that minimalistic way of seeing and commenting. Because it's 3 years, it's not 4. And no, he didn't ask players to run simply forward and to improvise, because that's not correct. This is not okay. Andy, when you're saying just read some of the post-game interview, first of all, you read. You read a translation, probably, because I'm not sure if you're speaking, not sure, maybe you do, but you don't speak Italian. So probably you read. Reading something is not listening, first of all. Secondly, you are a coach, but whoever, you are a coach that is representing a company. You're speaking after a win, or you're speaking after a loss of 90 minutes, full of tension, in difficult moment, in difficult situation, where you know that a big part is because of you, a big part is because of the players, a big part is because of the management. But you can't blame, because you are working in a corporation where you don't blame publicly the club, you don't blame publicly the players. Then some people do, like Antonio Conte, which we don't appreciate, which is not correct, and that's also probably why he doesn't stay longer than 2-3 seasons as a club. A post-game interview needs to be understood. The moment you are in, the pressure, what you can say, what you don't say. Why am I never watching immediately to post-game interviews? Because I know that I'm watching it the day after, I'm watching the detail, I'm watching the facial expression. Super important to watch how they behave, how not. Then, what is the game of Max Allegri? Has always been the same. Like it's the exact same way as Ancelotti. We work towards a balanced team that needs to have structure and organization in defense. With a midfield that is able to do both works, that is creative, but also and especially physical. And from that moment that the ball goes up, the players, they have minimum mechanism. But they need to express their philosophy of way of playing. They need to create, they need to invent. You can't block them too much. I don't see something wrong with that when it's working, especially when it worked for really long. But Ancelotti is doing it. But a lot of coaches are working like that. A lot of coaches are saying exactly the same. A lot of players are also loving that way of coaching. And then you have people that wants that everything is coordinated from there to there. Like Pep Guardiola is totally a freak on that one. If you score 2 goals in the first half, but you went to the right side while you can't go to the right side because it's not allowed, and you went to the right side and you score a goal, he will take you off because you didn't respect. A lot of players are complaining today that the game is not enjoyable anymore for them because there is no freedom. You are robots that are playing, a mechanism that is playing. Then everyone can love or not love. If you're saying you're paid millions just to tell your player run in front and improvise, it's no, but that's your opinion, Andy. That you don't think that work of improvisation is constructive. Okay, that's respectable. That's absolutely respectable. Now you have like different way of expressing yourself. Saying, personally, I prefer that we are telling all the players from the first position until there that they are playing un partito, a musical orchestra, that everything is coordinated, because that's my way of seeing football. There is no problem with that. If you're now disrespecting someone that won probably, I believe, the most in Italy at the moment, that wrote his name in history of football, and saying, he just paid millions to say players run up front, it is disrespectful. Like this, you will never be able to understand a clue about what you are speaking about. You will not. It is impossible, because you are really short-sighted, because you are closed, you are not open to a discussion. That's what angers me. This is what angers me. Like people that last year in April, it was April, wanted the head of Inzaghi at Inter out. He wins against Juventus. No, he drew against Juventus in Coppa Italia in our home, 1-1 with that last minute. It changed the season. He goes into the final of Champions League. This year he's about to win the Scudetto, and people are praising he's now the best coach in the world, Inzaghi. And he went out in Champions League, and he's not anymore the best coach in the world. Yeah. It's difficult. I try to speak with respect, Andy, but it's difficult for me when I see comments, especially from people that I know since long, that are telling me I would love to take the million to say players grunt. No, because that's not only what. Guys, seriously, die. I can't accept that. With all the kindness of I can't accept these kind of comments here on the channel from people that I know and that I care about and that I like. Andy Golding, I can't accept that from you. Because you are following the channel probably since how long? 3 years? You are a lot of time here. I can't accept that comment from you. No. I can try, but I can't. From you, I can't. If I have other people that are telling me that I don't know, I don't care. Or from people that I care, I can't. Then that doesn't mean that I want you to think like me. But the way of paraphrasing it. Oh, then if you tell me, Andy, but this is something else. You tell me we have a lot of young players who need instructions and proper coaching. I don't feel improvisation giving to players. But that's a total different comment. You're telling me a lot of young players. If you're telling me I don't believe that Max Allegri is the right coach for this Juventus, I tell you, you're 100% correct. I tell you, you are 100% correct. I think that this Allegri can bring you to the fourth spot with the team that we have. But if you want to do something else with this team that we have, I don't believe that Max Allegri is the coach for it. I don't believe so. I personally don't believe so. But there we have another discussion. Then, if you tell me Ealing Jr. is a starter at Juventus, then we don't agree. If you tell me that Barrenechea is at the level of Bellingham, we have a problem. Or let's say Zaire Emery, we have a problem. If you tell me that Soulé is at the level of, but even if you want to, Garnacho, just to stay in Argentina, if you tell me that we have the new Hendrick at home, tell me who. If you tell me that we have the new Menu, because it's not about the goal of today. Did you see the performance of Menu? If you tell me that Miretti is as strong as Menu, some people are telling me that Fagioli is a phenomenon. He played one season with Juve last season. He's 22, if not 23. And I love these kids a lot, but I try also to be fair and realistic. Guys, I try to be fair and realistic. The level of players that we are producing are good, are really good. It's something that I never saw in the history of Juve. But we are not yet at the level that I see. I don't see, what is his name there? Ubarki, the defender of Barcelona. I don't see Yamal yet. Yet I don't see them. Can Max do better? Yes, he can. Yeah, Kubarsi and Yamal. Musiala. I don't see Musiala at Juventus at the moment. Then what I see is a Ealing Junior that today is entering and he's about to concede the goal. And I love Miretti, yeah? And I believe he has a lot of potential, and probably he will do better with another coach. Huijsen is a fantastic player. I believe he will be a top defender in the world, but he's not yet playing with Roma, with Daniele Rossi. Yesterday he was on the bench correctly because he needs to learn, because I see Huijsen, guys. I don't know if you are watching Huijsen when he's playing. He's doing like 3 mistakes a game, huh? Am I right? For the people that watch Huijsen at Roma, guys, and I love Huijsen. I love him. Huijsen and Yildiz are the best ones. They are far above a lot. Huijsen is, but honestly, he's doing 2 mistakes a game with Roma. Am I wrong? Am I lying now? Tell me, if I'm lying now about Huijsen, tell me. If you're telling me that Soulé is a starter of a working Juventus with another coach, Did you watch the games of Soulé? But all the games. When he was there on top of the most successful dribbles of the top 5 leagues. Did you watch the table next to it, the column next to it? It was written how much he missed as well. So he succeeded. At a certain moment, it was a long time ago, so now it's much more. But he succeeded like 37, but missed 33. So it means that, or the reverse, I don't remember. But anyway, it's like I miss one, I success one. But I'm trying that much and nobody cares. So they're telling me even try, that nobody cares. Today it was the same. Today the game of Soulé was frustrating in the first half, especially. He was trying, he was obsessed with dribbling, but they stopped him now. They blocked him now. And it's not working. And he's losing the ball. So tell me, who are the young players that you want to play at the end? To do better than what we are doing now. Tell me, Even people are telling me in the chat, Huijsen isn't ready. Soulé is not ready. Who do we have? Thank you for the donation, Ala. Thank you, my friend. There is no harm to have a fresh air next season, new coach. And again, the answer for me is Antonio Conte. I have some doubts about Motta. We can't afford another experimental season. It's a really good comment. Thank you for the donation again. I come back on you 1 second. First, so that we close the chapter. Di Francesco said, he must not be stubborn and constantly try to find that moment of magic. He must identify the right time. But he's guy. I'm not lying to you. I'm not just inventing and speaking. Now, Allah is saying, you would go for answer because there is no time for another experimental. So, what do we see here? That there are some people that now they don't. You have a fraction of people that earlier in the comment section were telling us, but if we go for Motta, we need to give him time. We can't just stop at 1 year. We want to give him time. which we didn't give to Max Allegri, because now you will tell me, Beppe, it's already 3 years. But don't be hypocrite with me now. It started from 10 games after he came back already. For some, it already started when we announced him, because they were totally against Allegri. They never gave him a chance when he came back, but other people, they started after. So don't tell me now, but it's already 10 years, 3 years. It already started in the beginning.
It's time.
But people, they want to give now the new coach a project and more time. Right. But then you have other people like Hamam that is saying, we have no time to try again. We have no time to test again. We can't afford an experimental season. Doubts about Motta. And he wants Antonio Conte back, because Antonio Conte, what we know, as far as we know, is a coach that brings you immediate result, or at least in short term immediate results. I would not. I would welcome Conte back, because I don't see it as the worst of the solutions. But there are a lot of things why I don't want Antonio Conte back. First of all, because we just come from a coach that came back. So I would not again go with a coach that came back. Would be great to have something new. I believe you have a new management, the board. You have a new sporting management that will be there with Giuntoli, with the new guys that will enter. You have different players. I think that now it's nice to say, okay, we cut with the past, we have a new Juve. Also, to avoid again the pro-Conte, the anti-Conte supporters, people that hates him because of this. So, the Antonio Conte that came the first year at Juve was uniting everyone. We came from a total disaster period. People were not like now on social media, but he was able to unite everyone, which he will not be able to do now in terms of fans. He wants much more money, and that's something that we can't forget, that we don't have all that money. Especially if you stop 1 year earlier with Max, it's an investment. You need to pay. Antonio Conte will be able to shake up things. And he will do it with a lot of passion. I would try something else. I think that this Juventus also would not be yet at the caliber of Antonio Conte. I think that this Juventus, with the financial situation we are in at the moment, needs a teacher. Needs a teacher that Allegri is not. Needs a teacher that is thinking only about the field. We don't need a Conte, I think, that from the moment that after 15, 20 games in the season, we see that things are not going well. We are not able to do it in Champions League. We are not able to do it in Serie A because the investments are there. We don't need someone that is throwing shit on the team, on the club, like he did in the past. We are not strong enough yet, I think. Yeah. Buonanotte, Sasha. I think personally, we need a younger profile that is less costly, less expensive, that will grow with the club. That's what I think. Personally, yeah, then I can be wrong. But I think it's not an experiment that we are doing. Juventus will not... I know you will not be happy. Juventus will not go with next year. We want We need obligedly to win the Scudetto, and we need to qualify immediately in the top 8 in that new Champions League format. That's not what Juventus will tell you next year. Juventus has already been extremely clear. Then miracle can happen in football, and hopefully they happen. That's good. But Juventus will not have that objective of we go and we win immediately. Financially back, up and running, 26-27. That's where we will really see 26-27 that Juventus will try. Boom, boom. But only if we continue to qualify to all the European competition, all the things that we have to participate in, only that. With a new sponsor that they're already starting to speak about, only then. Only then. Look, it's funny, but Saraz is saying, my comment on 28th of May, I warn you, change doesn't mean it will go better. I told you that last year. Now, this year, I'm saying you, not expecting next year we will do good in Champions League, Cup. No, that's not what I say. That's not what I said. Did I say it? 1 month ago. 1 month ago. Now, let me paraphrase it or explain it better. I'm not expecting that the club will have as an objective clear and precise, otherwise it's a failure, win the Serie A, win the Coppa Italia, and participate to the top 8, or at least qualify immediately to the next round of the Champions League, and that we have a team ready to be able to do all these kind of things with a top mercato. No, we are not. No, because that's not the reality. I would love to, but that's not the reality. Today, I'm not pessimist towards next season or so. It will be a season where we will have some failures, we will have some positive things, then sometimes miracles are happening, fantastic, but it will be a miracle, not something logical that we are back, the best team in the world. Then we can maybe win the Scudetto next year. The World Cup next year. But it's not about being negative, it's being realist. My heart will always put Juventus in the predicted, the prediction will always put Juventus on the first spot. And maybe we can even win it. But logically, that will not be the aim next year. Next year is again to qualify to Champions League for 2-3 years. And it's not beautiful to hear as a Juventino. But when Conte came back, this was exactly the same situation that we are in today. You know what made the difference? That Conte won immediately. That the second year he continued to win. That the third year he continued to win. He accelerated that process. Then he left because the club didn't change their objectives. And then we went with Max, and we were lucky because Max continued with a different approach. And we had 9 years of incredible, with also some clubs, let's not lie, some clubs that were doing their best seasons ever, like Roma, like Napoli, while other clubs were missing for a part. Milan, Inter. Everything went well, thanks to Juve. Not because Conte was there and then Allegri took over and Allegri only took over the things from Conte. No, because everything worked well, because we were doing fantastic things. And then we continued to win when we were doing bad things. And at a certain moment it was over. And now we are in deep shit. Oh, was about to fall. We are in deep shit. And now we are starting to do the right things. But we don't see immediately the results. And I'm sure that now we are starting to work on the right thing. But we will take a bit of time before we see the real results. The important thing is that we continue to do the right things. Giuntoli was the first answer. The next project is a good answer, even if we don't have yet the talents a la Musiala, a la Zaire Emery, but they will come. They will come. The thing of the managers do not stay in their final contract is typically Italian, because they believe that staying in your last year of contract, you have the potential risk that the players, they will not give everything for you, because they know that at the end you will leave. It's like a sign that the club is not trusting you, because they don't extend you. It's a perception thing. It's a perception from all the sides. From the coach, they think, oh, they don't believe in me, so I'm giving everything and they don't believe in me, so should I continue to give my everything because I don't know if they don't like me. While you have some players that are saying, bah, we don't care, at the end he will not be renewed, or we don't know if he will, so next year we have another coach, we don't care. So that's the thing. While in other countries it's absolutely not seen like that. Look at Liverpool trying to give everything for a club. Look at, from the moment that Xavi said I will leave at the end of the year, Barcelona started to play better. But it's just an Italian way of thinking. But it's a perception. It's a perception that can make sense or not make sense. That's it. Well, guys, now it's late. I said 36 minutes ago, I said that I would close, and then boom, and we started again. It's always nice to discuss with you, but these kind of philosophies, I think we have all summer long to do them. These kind of philosophies about how and what, and we have a lot of time to speak about them. Boh, dai, now seriously, buonanotte Juventini. We see each other tomorrow morning. Tomorrow we start again, with 3 points more, which is the most important thing. Grazie, forza.